I'm standing in our bedroom, Nora's phone in my hand, and I can hear the shower running. The steam is creeping under the bathroom door. My thumb hovers over the screen. I've never done this before. 7 years of marriage and I've never once looked through her phone. But something's been off. 3 months of late nights. 3 months of her coming home smelling like wine and wearing that distant smile, the one that used to be reserved for me. The phone buzzes. A text message. Same place. 8 p.m. Wear the red dress. No name. Just a number I don't recognize. My hands start shaking. I screenshot it, I don't even know why. Evidence? Proof? Something to show myself later that I'm not crazy? The shower stops. I set the phone back on the nightstand exactly where she left it, screen down, charging cable at the same angle. My heart is hammering so hard I can feel it in my throat. Please, before we continue, like, share and subscribe. Nora walks out wrapped in a towel, her dark hair dripping onto her shoulders. She's humming. Actually humming. Some song I don't recognize. When did she start humming again? When did she start seeming happy? Hey baby, she says, kissing my cheek as she passes. Her skin is warm, smells like lavender. What do you want for dinner? I watch her move to the closet. Where are you going tonight? She doesn't even pause. Book club. Remember? I told you yesterday. Book club. Right. The book club that meets every Thursday. The book club she never brings books home from. The book club she never talks about. What are you reading? I ask. Oh. She's pulling something from the back of the closet now. What book? Oh, The Silent Patient. It's a thriller. Really good. That book came out 4 years ago. We read it together on our honeymoon. She turns around holding the red dress. The one with the low back. The one she wore on our first anniversary. The one she said made her feel beautiful. My stomach drops. I thought you were just going to book club, I hear myself say. I am. But Jenny said we might grab drinks after. You know how she is. Nora smiles at me, that same distant smile. Don't wait up, okay? Might be late. She starts getting dressed and I turn away. I can't watch her put on that dress. Can't watch her spray on the perfume, Chanel No. 5, the one she wore on our first date, the one she hasn't touched in 3 years. An hour later, I'm sitting on our bed as she grabs her purse. She looks stunning. Too stunning for book club. Love you, she calls out, already halfway down the stairs. The door closes. I hear her car start. Pull away. I sit there in the silence of our house, staring at my phone. The screenshot is still there. Same place. 8 p.m. Wear the red dress. And I make a decision that will change everything. I'm in my car, parked 3 spaces down from Marcello's. It's an upscale Italian place downtown. Exposed brick, candlelight in the windows, the kind of restaurant where you need reservations weeks in advance. The kind of place I took Nora for our 5th anniversary. Through the window I see her. She's sitting at a corner table and she's not alone. The man across from her is wearing a charcoal suit that probably costs more than my car payment. He's got dark hair, a strong jawline, and he's leaning forward like everything she's saying is the most important thing in the world. I pull out my phone and start recording. They're talking but I can't hear what they're saying. The man reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out a small velvet box. My chest tightens. He slides it across the table. Nora opens it. Her hand flies to her mouth. Even from here, I can see her eyes filling with tears. But she's smiling. She's actually smiling. The man leans in close, whispers something in her ear. Whatever he says makes her laugh. That real laugh, the one I haven't heard in months. I'm gripping my phone so hard my knuckles are white. A waiter appears beside my car window, making me jump. He's young, maybe 25, wearing the restaurant's uniform. Sir, are you Wisdom Boyle? I stare at him. How do you? Someone asked me to give you this. He hands me an envelope and walks away before I can ask who. I tear it open. Inside is a single piece of paper with typed words. Don't do anything stupid. You don't know what you're seeing. A friend. My hands are shaking as I look back at the restaurant. Nora and the man are standing now. He helps her with her coat. His hand lingers on her shoulder. They walk toward the exit together and I slump down in my seat. I watch them walk to the parking garage across the street. Watch them disappear into the shadows. I sit there for 20 minutes, waiting. When Nora finally comes out alone, gets in her car and drives away, I start my engine. But I don't follow her home. Instead, I drive to the 24-hour office supply store and print out every frame of the video where I can see their faces clearly. Then I drive to the only place that's open at midnight on a Thursday. Victoria Chen's law office has a lit sign that says, Family Law, available 24/7. I walk in carrying my evidence like it's burning my hands. The next morning, I'm sitting across from Victoria in her real office. Daylight makes everything feel worse somehow. More real. She's reviewing the photos I took, the timestamps, the text message screenshot. "This is solid," she says, sliding a stack of papers across her desk. "We can move fast if you want. Have her served within 48 hours. I stare at the divorce papers. 7 years of marriage reduced to a stack of legal documents. "Most people serve these privately," Victoria continues. "At home through a process server. Cling. Quiet. I think about Nora in that red dress. About her laughing with him. About the box he gave her. I want her to feel exactly what she made me feel," I hear myself say. "Humiliated." Victoria nods slowly. "Public service is legal, but I want to do it in front of him. In front of everyone." She makes a note. "I'll prepare the papers. You're sure about this?" "Am I?" I look at the photo again. Nora's hand on his arm. Her smile. "Yes." As I'm leaving, I hear Victoria's assistant whisper something. The assistant is a woman in her 50s with kind eyes. She's looking at me with something like pity. "Should we tell him?" she asks Victoria. Victoria shakes her head firmly. "Attorney-client privilege. We can't." I stop walking. "Tell me what?" "I'm sorry, Mr. Boyle. I can't discuss another client's case." "Another client? You've represented Nora?" Victoria's face is professional stone. "I didn't say that. Please call me when you've made your final decision." I drive home with more questions than answers. 3 days later, I'm back in hell. I've been checking Nora's phone every chance I get. I know the passcode, her birthday backwards, something she set up years ago when we had nothing to hide from each other. Another text comes through. "Tonight. Final meeting. Then it's over. Final meeting. Then it's over." The words loop in my head as I sit in my home office, supposedly working. Through the wall, I can hear Nora on a call in the kitchen. Her voice is low, controlled. Professional. "Yes, I understand the risks. No, he doesn't know anything. I can handle it." Who is she talking to? The man from the restaurant? Her lawyer? I call the private investigator Victoria recommended. His name is Frank Morrison, former cop, now does domestic investigations. That's what they call it. Domestic investigations. Like my marriage is a crime scene. "I need you to follow my wife tonight," I tell him. "Take photos of everyone she meets with. Everything she does." "You got it, Mr. Boyle. And hey, I'm sorry you're going through this." Everyone's sorry. No one can help. At 6 p.m. Frank calls. "She just left your house. Heading downtown. Same restaurant as before, Marcello's?" "Same man." "Looks like it. Reservation is for 8. You want me to?" "No. I'll handle this part." I make my own reservation. Table for 1. 8 p.m. Then I pick up the manila envelope Victoria gave me. The divorce papers inside feel heavier than they should. Frank calls again at 7:30. "Mr. Boyle, you should see these photos I'm getting." "Send them." My phone buzzes. One image after another. Nora and the man at the restaurant. Nora and the man in a parking garage 3 days ago. Nora and the man at a coffee shop last week. But in the third photo, there's something I didn't notice before. In the background, partially hidden behind a concrete pillar, there's another man. Older, maybe 60, wearing a dark coat. He's watching them. "Frank, who's that in the background?" I don't know. But here's the thing, he's in every photo. Every single one. Different locations, but he's always there, always watching. A chill runs down my spine. You think he's following them? Or following you? I'm sitting in my car in Marcello's parking lot at 7:45. The divorce papers are on the passenger seat. My heart is racing like I'm about to jump off a cliff. Through the window, I can see them already. Nora in a black dress this time, not the red one. She looks tense. The man across from her looks tense too. They're not smiling. Actually, it looks like they're arguing. He says something. She shakes her head violently. He reaches across the table and she pulls her hand back. This is it. This is the moment. I grab the envelope and get out of the car. My legs feel like concrete as I walk through the parking lot, through the heavy wooden door, into the warm glow of the restaurant. The hostess tries to stop me. "Sir, do you have a reservation?" "I'm meeting someone." Every step feels like walking through water. Other diners are eating, laughing, living their normal lives. They have no idea they're about to witness a marriage end. Nora hasn't seen me yet. She's leaning forward, saying something urgent to the man. He's shaking his head. Then she sees me. Her face goes completely white. The blood drains so fast I think she might faint. Nora, I say loudly. The conversations around us start to die. People are turning to look. The man stands up quickly. Sir, you need to. I throw the manila envelope on the table. It lands between their wine glasses with a slap that echoes. You're served, I say, my voice shaking with rage and heartbreak and 7 years of love turning to ash. Sign them, or I'll make sure everyone in this city knows what you did. Nora stares at the envelope like it's a snake. She doesn't touch it. Doesn't open it. Wisdom, she whispers. Please. You don't understand. I understand perfectly. I've understood for 3 months. I've watched you lie to me. Watched you sneak around. Watched you with him. The man holds up his hands. Mr. Boyle, please let me explain. Explain? Explain what? How long you've been sleeping with my wife. Nora stands abruptly. Marcus, I'm so sorry. We have to tell him. No. We have to tell him everything. Marcus. So that's his name. Marcus reaches into his jacket, and for a crazy second I think he's going to pull out a gun. Instead, he pulls out a leather wallet and flips it open. FBI. The badge is real. The federal seal catches the candlelight. Mr. Boyle, he says in a completely different voice, official, calm. I'm Special Agent Marcus Reed. Your wife isn't cheating on you. She's been working with us for 3 months. The restaurant has gone completely silent. Every eye is on our table. What? The word comes out like a gasp. Nora stands and I see tears streaming down her face. Wisdom, I couldn't tell you. They made me sign an NDA. Your business partner. My phone buzzes in my pocket. I pull it out reflexively. Text from Derek Vaughn. Hey man, emergency at the office. Need you here now. It's about the Thompson deal. I stare at the text. Derek. My business partner of 10 years. The Thompson deal, our biggest contract, the one that's supposed to set us up for life. Why is Derek texting me right now? I look up at Nora, at Marcus. What the hell is going on? Marcus glances at Nora. Some silent communication passes between them. Mr. Boyle, we need to talk somewhere private. Right now. He gestures toward the back of the restaurant. The manager appears, nervous, and leads us through the kitchen to a private room. The sounds of the restaurant fade behind us. Inside the room there's a table, chairs, and nothing else. Marcus locks the door. Sit down, he says. I don't sit. Someone better start talking. Now. Nora grabs my hands. Her fingers are ice cold. Baby, listen to me. Derek Vaughn is laundering money. $47 million through your company. The FBI came to me 3 months ago because I'm a lawyer and I'm close to you. They needed someone who could gather evidence without Derek knowing. Evidence? What evidence? Marcus opens his briefcase and pulls out a thick folder. Derek has been using your software company to move money for the Volkov crime family. Every legitimate client you bring in, he uses to hide 10 illegal transactions. You're the perfect cover, smart, honest, respected in your field. He's been setting this up for years. He slides photos across the table. Bank transfers. Offshore accounts. Documents with my company's letterhead. But here's the problem, Marcus continues. Derek isn't stupid. He knows that if this operation ever gets exposed he needs a fall guy. So he's been creating false documents with your signature. Digital trails that lead back to you. If we raid now, without the right evidence you go to prison for 20 years. Your wife goes to prison as an accessory. Derek walks free with $47 million. I'm staring at the documents but I can't process what I'm seeing. My signature. My company. My life being systematically destroyed by a man I trusted. The dates you saw, Nora says quietly, were debriefing sessions. That box Marcus gave me in the restaurant last week? It was a wire. I've been recording Derek every time he comes to our house. Every conversation you two have had about the Thompson deal, I've been documenting all of it. I look at her. Really look at her. The dark circles under her eyes. The weight she's lost. The way her hands are shaking. You've been wearing a wire in our own home? For 90 days, Marcus confirms. Your wife has risked everything to save you, Mr. Boyle. But yesterday we discovered something that changes everything. He pulls out another document. This one has my signature at the bottom, notarized, dated 2 weeks ago. This is a confession, Marcus says, stating that you masterminded the entire money laundering operation. Derek's been forging your signature for months. We found this in his safe deposit box yesterday. If we don't act now, if Derek suspects anything, he'll send this to the FBI himself and disappear. You'll be arrested before you can blink. My legs give out. I sink into a chair. Derek knows, Nora says suddenly. She's looking at my phone at Derek's text. That message. It's a trap. He's going to try to make it look like you were involved. He's going to. She stops. Her face changes. She looks at Marcus. He knows about you. What? When we met at Marcelo's the first time, I saw someone watching us. An older man. I reported it to you, remember? You said it was probably nothing. Marcus's expression darkens. Frank Morrison. You know him? Private investigator. Former cop. Dirty as they come. Marcus looks at me. Did you hire someone to follow your wife, Mr. Boyle? My stomach drops. Yes. Frank Morrison. He said he sent me photos. He works for Derek, Nora whispers. Oh God. Derek knows everything. He knows I'm working with the FBI. He knows about the wire. That's why he texted you. He's not at the office. Marcus's phone rings. He answers it, his face going hard. When? How many? Jesus Christ. He hangs up. Derek just emptied 3 offshore accounts. $47 million gone. Transferred to accounts we can't trace. And he's not at your office. Our surveillance team says he left 2 hours ago. Where did he go? We don't know. But Mr. Boyle, I need you to listen very carefully. Derek has made his move. He knows we're onto him. Which means you and your wife are now liabilities. You need protective custody. Now. I stand up. You want me to hide? Run. Derek was my friend. My partner. I vouched for him, brought him into my company when he said he was bankrupt. He was never bankrupt, Marcus interrupts. He was already laundering money for the Volkovs 10 years ago when you met him. He needed a clean partner. Someone legitimate. Someone he could use. The room is spinning. 10 years. 10 years of friendship, partnership, late nights building a company together. My wedding, Derek was my best man. Christmas dinners. His fake bankruptcy that I helped him recover from. All of it a lie. We need you to come with us, Marcus says. Safe house. Tonight. No. They both look at me. No, I say again. You want Derek? You need me to wear a wire. Get him to confess. It's the only way to clear my name, right? Marcus hesitates. Mr. Boyle, that's extremely dangerous. Derek isn't just an accountant cooking the books. He works for the Volkov family. These people kill witnesses. So what's the alternative? I hide for the rest of my life while Derek spends $47 million on a beach somewhere? While people think I'm a criminal? Nora grabs my arm. Wisdom, no. Please. I didn't do all this so you could get yourself killed. I look at my wife, really look at her for the first time in months. And I see something I missed. Nora, what else aren't you telling me? She glances away. Nora. She reaches into her purse and pulls out a hospital bracelet. The kind they give you for outpatient procedures. The date on it is 6 weeks ago. I've been going to appointments, she says quietly. I found out 6 weeks ago. I have. We're live in 30 seconds, Marcus's tech guy interrupts, bursting into the room with equipment. If we're doing this, we need to wire him now. Nora's sentence hangs in the air, unfinished. I make a decision. Do it. They wire me up. A microphone the size of a button taped to my chest, a transmitter clipped to my belt. Marcus gives me an earpiece. I'll be in your ear the whole time, he says. The raid team will be 2 minutes away. You just need to get him to admit it was all his operation. That you weren't involved. Can you do that? Yes. Nora grabs my face with both hands. There's something else. Something I haven't told anyone. Not even Marcus. What? When I got the diagnosis, stage 2 ovarian cancer, the doctor said I needed treatment immediately. But I knew if I started chemo I'd get sick. You'd know something was wrong. You'd stop everything to take care of me. And Derek would get away with it. The world stops. So I delayed treatment. 6 weeks. Every week I waited, my survival rate dropped. But I couldn't let him destroy you. Even if, her voice breaks. Even if it kills me. I'm holding her and she's shaking, and I realize I've been so focused on her betrayal that I missed her sacrifice. I'm sorry, she whispers. I'm so sorry. I thought I was saving you, but I was losing you. We'll get through this, I tell her, even though I don't know if it's true. Together. But first, I need you to tell me, do you trust Marcus? Really trust him? She pulls back, looks at me. With my life. Then stay in the van with him. Don't go home. Not until this is over. Wisdom. Promise me. She nods. 20 minutes later, I'm in my car, driving to the office address Derek texted me. Marcus is in my ear. Remember, just get him talking. Don't push. Let him feel in control. Copy that. And wisdom? Your wife is the bravest person I've ever worked with. She's been recording conversations in your bedroom, your kitchen, your office for 3 months. She's worn a wire to your anniversary dinner. She's lied to you every single day to protect you. I hope you understand what that took. I do now. I pull into the office parking lot. Derek's car is here. So are 2 other vehicles I don't recognize, black SUVs with tinted windows. I park and get out. The building looks normal. Lights on in our office on the 3rd floor. I take the elevator up each floor, making my heart beat faster. The office door is unlocked. I walk in. Derek is sitting at the conference table with 2 men I've never seen before. One is enormous, 6'5", probably 280, with a shaved head and a scar across his cheek. The other is older, thin, wearing an expensive suit. He has the coldest eyes I've ever seen. Wisdom. Derek stands, smiling like nothing's wrong. Thanks for coming. These gentlemen are from our investors. They wanted to meet you before we closed the Thompson deal. The older man speaks with an Eastern European accent. Mr. Boyle. Sit. Please. It's not a request. I sit. We have concerns, the man continues. Your wife has been seen with federal agent. This is problem. Every muscle in my body tenses. Derek's smile fades. You see, wisdom, I gave you a chance. I really did. I thought we could keep you in the dark, let you run the legitimate side of things, everyone wins. But your wife, she couldn't leave well enough alone. He stands and walks to the door. Locks it. The sound of the lock clicking echoes in the conference room. In my ear, Marcus's voice, we're coming in. Stall. But how do you stall when you're locked in a room with a criminal and 2 men who look like they kill people for a living? Derek, I say carefully, I don't know what you think Nora did, but I know exactly what she did. Derek pulls out his phone, shows me a photo. It's Nora and Marcus at Marcello's. I've been tracking her for 6 weeks. Ever since Frank Morrison, you know Frank, right? The PI you hired? Ever since he told me you were getting suspicious. Frank works for me, by the way. As for years. He's been very helpful. The big man with the scar moves behind me. I can feel him looming. Here's what's going to happen, Derek says. You're going to sign this document. He slides a paper across the table. It's the confession Marcus showed me. You're going to admit that the money laundering was all your idea. That I was the innocent partner. Then you're going to leave town. Tonight. We'll make it worth your while, say $2 million? And if I don't? The older man speaks. Then your wife becomes widow. Very sad. Young woman, cancer already. Would be shame if she died before treatment could save her. They know about the cancer too. How did you? Derek smiles. I've been reading her emails for months, wisdom. Medical appointments. FBI debriefings. All of it. I know she delayed treatment to help catch me. I know she's been wearing a wire. I know everything. In my ear, 90 seconds. Keep him talking. So you've known for months, I say. Why wait until now? Had to move the money first. $47 million doesn't transfer instantly. But now that it's secure, now that I'm ready to disappear, well, I need to tie up loose ends. I'm a loose end. You both are. The big man puts his hand on my shoulder. I feel something hard press against my ribs. A gun. Derek leans forward. Sign the paper, wisdom. Go live somewhere nice. Or die here with a bullet in your head. Your choice. I look at the confession. My life reduced to a signature. Just to be clear, I say slowly, you're admitting that the entire money laundering operation was yours? That I had nothing to do with it? Derek laughs. You're wearing a wire, aren't you? That's adorable. Frank told me you'd try something stupid. He walks over and rips my shirt open, tears the microphone off my chest, throws it on the floor and stomps on it. The FBI isn't coming, wisdom. This isn't an office. Look at the window. I look. Outside, instead of seeing the city skyline we should see from the 3rd floor, I see a warehouse district. Loading docks. Empty lots. We switched your GPS 2 hours ago, Derek explains. The FBI is raiding our real office right now, finding nothing. Meanwhile, we're in the warehouse where the Volkovs handle problems. No one knows you're here. No one's coming. The older man stands. Enough talk. Sign or die. I'm calculating odds. 3 against 1. One of them has a gun pressed to my ribs. The wire is destroyed. The FBI is at the wrong location. This is how I die. And then I start laughing. Everyone stares at me like I've lost my mind. Maybe I have. You really think, I say between laughs, that the FBI only wired me? Derek's smile falters. What? I press the button on my watch, the panic button Marcus gave me. Nothing happens. Derek's smile returns. Dead zone. No signal. Nice try though. The gun presses harder into my ribs. And then the warehouse doors explode. Not burst open. Explode. The metal doors blast inward with a SWAT team behind them, but that's not what makes my heart stop. It's Nora. She's walking through the smoke in tactical gear, holding a gun, a federal badge hanging around her neck, backed by a dozen armed agents. Derek Vaughn, she says in a voice I've never heard her use before, pure authority, zero emotion. You're under arrest for money laundering, conspiracy to commit murder, and about 15 other charges I'm going to enjoy reading to you. Derek's face goes white. What? How did you? Marcus walks in behind her. Did you really think we'd send her husband in here without backup? The wire on his chest was a decoy. The real wire is in his watch. The one you let him keep. We heard everything. The big man with the gun gets thrown to the floor by 3 agents. The older man tries to run and gets tackled. Derek just stands there, frozen. But I'm only looking at Nora. She holsters her weapon and walks toward me. Removes her tactical vest. Underneath, she's wearing the same black dress from the restaurant. Special Agent Nora Boyle, Marcus says formally. 5 years undercover. She's been FBI longer than she's been your wife, Mr. Boyle. The words don't make sense. What? Nora reaches me. Her eyes are filled with tears. I need to tell you something. And I need you to listen to the whole thing before you say anything. Marcus clears the room. The arrests continue around us, but suddenly we're alone in the chaos. 5 years ago, Nora begins, the FBI came to me. I was a prosecutor then. They said Derek Vaughn was connected to the largest money laundering operation on the East Coast, and they needed someone deep undercover. Someone who could get close to his next target without raising suspicion. She pulls out a worn photo from her pocket. It's me. From 5 years ago. I'm walking out of a coffee shop, completely unaware I'm being photographed. That's you, she says. Derek had already identified you as his next clean partner. The FBI's plan was to get to you first. To create a relationship Derek would believe was real. So that when he approached you about going into business, I'd already be there. Already be close enough to you to monitor everything. My legs feel weak. Our wedding was part of the operation. Originally. She's crying now. They said it might take years. That I'd have to build a complete life. Make it look real. And at first I did. I played the role of your wife. I went to work, came home, smiled at you across the dinner table, and reported everything to my handlers. At first. Then something happened that I didn't plan for. That no one planned for. She takes my hand. I fell in love with you. Really, actually, completely in love with you. Somewhere between the fake marriage and the real danger, you stopped being an assignment and started being everything. She pulls out her phone, shows me a recording dated 2 years ago. It's her voice on a phone call, shaky and desperate. I need to be pulled out. No, my cover's not blown. I'm compromised. I love him. This was supposed to be an act, but I love him. Last night he held me while I cried about my fake sick mother, and I realized, I want this to be real. I want to actually be his wife. The handler's voice responds, you're almost done. 1 more year. Then you can tell him everything and see if it was real for him too. Nora stops the recording. But then Derek moved faster than we expected. The operation expanded. 1 year turned into 2, turned into 3. And I couldn't tell you because if Derek suspected anything, he'd kill us both. And then I got the cancer diagnosis and everything became impossible. The cancer is real? Yes. She shows me the hospital bracelet again, along with a folder of medical records. Stage 2 ovarian cancer. Found it 6 weeks ago. Doctor said I needed immediate treatment, but I couldn't start chemo without you knowing something was wrong. And if you tried to protect me, Derek would know we were on to him. So I chose to delay treatment to finish the case. Because I'd rather die finishing this than live knowing Derek destroyed you. I'm holding medical records that confirm everything. Oncology appointments. Treatment plans. All dated 6 weeks ago. Every day for 6 weeks, she continues, I woke up knowing I was choosing between saving your life and saving my own. And every single day I chose you. Because even though this started as an assignment, it stopped being fake the moment I actually fell in love with you. I look at this woman, this stranger, this federal agent, my wife. Did you ever actually have a book club? She laughs through tears. No. Did you ever actually love me? Every single day. Even the ones where I had to lie to you. Derek is being led past us in handcuffs. He looks at Nora with pure hatred. You bitch. You played me for 5 years. No, Nora says calmly. I played my role for 5 years. But I loved my husband the whole time. As they drag Derek away, I pull out the divorce papers from my jacket pocket. They're crumpled now, stained with sweat from the confrontation. I tear them in half. Am I under arrest? I ask Marcus. No. You were never a suspect. You were bait. And you played your part perfectly. I turn to Nora. I have one question. Anything. Before all this, before the operation, before the FBI, before you became my wife, did we ever actually meet? Was there ever a real first date? A real first kiss? Anything that was just us? She thinks for a moment, then smiles. The coffee shop. 6 years ago. You bumped into me, spilled coffee on my jacket, apologized for 10 minutes, and offered to pay for dry cleaning. You remember? I do remember. A beautiful woman with dark hair, kind eyes, the most genuine smile I'd ever seen. I asked for her number. She gave it to me. The FBI told me to go to that coffee shop because you went there every morning. They told me to create an accidental meeting. But what they didn't know, what I never told them, was that I'd been watching you for a week before that. And I thought you were cute. So when you bumped into me, when you apologized with that embarrassed smile, when you asked for my number, I gave you my real number. Not the FBI line. Mine. So that was real? That was real. The coffee shop, the first kiss, our third date when you took me to that terrible sushi place and we both got food poisoning, that was real. The FBI wanted me to manufacture a relationship, but I'd already started falling for you naturally. I just let them think it was all part of the operation. I'm about to kiss her when Marcus clears his throat. Agent Boyle, there's one more thing. Nora's face changes. What? Marcus shows her his phone. Derek wasn't the top of the organization. We found encrypted files. There's someone above him. Someone who knew you were FBI. And they just sent a message. He shows us both. The message reads, "Tell Agent Boyle her real husband is waiting for her." The warehouse goes cold. What does that mean, real husband? I ask. Nora's face has gone completely white. She looks like she might be sick. Marcus explains carefully, when we created Nora's cover identity 5 years ago, we built a complete backstory. False birth certificate, school records, employment history. Part of the cover was a fake ex-husband to explain why she moved to the city. We created the documents but never created an actual person. It was just paperwork. So someone else created that person. Someone has been living as Nora's fake ex-husband for 5 years. Someone who's been watching this entire operation. And they want her to know they exist. Nora grabs Marcus's phone, stares at the message. This is impossible. No one outside the FBI knew about that cover identity. It was classified at the highest level. Then we have a leak. Or worse, we have someone inside who's been playing both sides. I put my arm around Nora. She's shaking. What does this mean? Marcus's face is grim. It means this isn't over. Derek was just one piece. And whoever sent this message just declared that they're coming for Agent Boyle next.